Next up on WTV, a preview of the monthly school board meeting, this week's edition of Trivia, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Monday, September 14th, and I'm Cooper Ragle with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. The Frisco ISD Board of Trustees is holding its monthly meeting tonight at the Administration Building, with the agenda filled with more than a dozen things to discuss. The meeting begins with a closed-door session at 6:30, with the public proceedings beginning at 7:30. Among the items to be discussed is the district's protocols for responding to COVID-19 cases on campuses. According to the district's active cases tracker, there are currently 50 cases throughout the district's 70-plus schools and administrative office. In a recent interview with Wingspan, District Superintendent Dr. Mike Waldrop talked about the district's procedures concerning COVID-19.
Right now, we have a COVID-19 campus protocol, and it's on our website if you want to look at it. And it details very specifically what we will do when we encounter a positive case and how we will communicate and who gets that information. Of course, everyone has access to the dashboard, but even internally, there's a lot of communication going on between departments and between individuals so that everybody knows on a daily basis, we know if we have people that have symptoms or if we have people that have tested positive for COVID-19. So there's a lot of information being passed around internally, and then our communications department has done a tremendous amount of work on preparing the letters that go out to parents and different kinds of communication and working with the media and all that stuff. So we've really got a nice coordinated effort built around that so that everybody that needs to know that information has it and has it in a timely fashion.
Among other items on the agenda, a discussion on switching district middle schools to a block schedule and an update on the district's asynchronous instructional plan. Anybody attending tonight's meeting is asked to self-screen for COVID-19 symptoms, with masks being required to be worn inside the building where social distancing measures will be in place. Reporting for WTV, I'm Cooper Ragle. The window has officially opened for students to change from virtual learning to face-to-face or vice versa. WTV's Kirthi Gumati has the story.
Parents can change their students' learning environment today, with the window open until Friday.
Students and parents will be able to switch back and forth between virtual and in-person. There will be certain times during the year when they're allowed to switch. So right now, the next time that students can make that switch is at the end of the first 9 weeks. I do want our parents and students to know that we have a separate master schedule for our virtual classes and for our face-to-face classes. So if kids are electing to switch from one type of instruction to another, we're going to have to work to make them a new schedule, so they certainly won't have the same classes in the same periods with the same teachers. But we'll do our best to ensure that everything that they had in their schedule in one way, they also have in the other way.
Changes can be submitted on the student portal and will go into effect for the second 9 weeks of school, beginning October 19th. Reporting for WTV, I'm Kirthi Gumati.
On this week's edition of Trivia, WTV's TJ Krylowitz tests students' knowledge on the NFL.
Hello and welcome to Wingspan Trivia. I'm your host CJ Krylowitz, and today we'll be testing students' knowledge on the NFL. Today's first question is, what team won the Super Bowl last year?
Last year, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year.
Who won the Super Bowl last year? Chiefs.
The next question is, how many NFL teams are located in Texas?
There's 2 teams in Texas, the Cowboys and the Texans.
There are 2 teams in Texas.
You got the Houston Texans and you got the Dallas Cowboys. 2.
Next question. What team does Liberty alumni Solomon Ajayi play for?
I want to say Solomon was drafted by the Redskins, but I don't think that's right.
Solomon Ajayi plays for Liberty University.
I think right now, Solomon Ajayi, I know it's not J, so Solomon's got to be, for some reason, I think he's in Oakland. He's a Raider.
And the last question, how many rings do the Dallas Cowboys have?
And then the Cowboys have 5 championships.
And the Dallas Cowboys have 5 rings.
How many rings the Cowboys won? It's got to be like 6 rings.
Reporting for WTV, this is TJ Krylowitz.
Back again, WTV's TJ Krylowitz gives you a recap of tennis and cross country on today's Sports Minute.
Tennis squared off against Heritage Friday, looking to take home their first district win. Unfortunately, top 10 ranked Heritage ended up beating the Redhawks 11-8. Coach Erica Dobson told WTV she was very proud of the Redhawks players' will to compete and their hard work. The Redhawks will look to bounce back versus Lebanon Trail tomorrow at 4 at the Nest. Cross country also competed Saturday, with Grace DeShetler finishing second, with 2 Redhawks finishing in the top 10 for girls varsity, finishing 4th overall for girls. The varsity boys finished 2nd overall, with 5 boys finishing in the top 14, with 6A Plano East finishing 1st for boys. Cross country will compete in the Warren Park meet Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Reporting for WTV Sports, this is TJ Krylowitz.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. For any announcements, have your club sponsor email libertywingspanstaff@gmail.com. That's it for today's Daily Update. This is Cooper Ragle for Wingspan TV.